Hey everyone, and welcome into Cougar Central. As always, I'm Eric Kelly, she's Sydney Gearbrecht. It's week 7 for us, but our first one in October. The year's starting to wind down to the end. The weather's getting a little cooler. We can film outside now. Halloween's at the end of the month, and the best part of Halloween, you know, is the discounted candy at all the stores the next day.
I don't know about you, Eric, but my favorite part of October is getting to wear a different pair of socks every day. I call it Socktober, so a lot of Halloween-themed socks for me.
It's a big month then for Sydney with all the socks. It's a big month for the Houston Cougar football team. 4 big conference games that'll go a long way in determining whether or not the Cougars win the AAC title. This all begins this week with a road test at Navy after the Cougars dispatched of UConn on Thursday night. Relatively easy by a 42-14 final. Greg Ward, this year, he let his presence be known with 5 total touchdowns, including 1 through the air that resulted in one of the catches of the year by Linnell Bonner. If you watch SportsCenter, that was number 1. He also had a career-high 389 passing yards.
It was a tough weekend for Houston volleyball and soccer, with soccer opening its conference play without the home field advantage and Houston volleyball getting into the meat of their conference play. Cougar volleyball dropped both of their matches this weekend to open conference play, first to Tulsa in 5 sets on Friday, and then to the SMU Mustangs on Sunday in 3. Senior setter Keandra McCardle posted her 4th double-double of the season in the match against Tulsa, the 24th of her career, and a career high of 18 digs. Houston soccer was tested by top 50 conference opponents this weekend. The Cougars suffered a tough 4-0 loss against UCF and dropped their second game against USF 2-1. Vanessa Almaguer was able to net the only goal for the Cougars on Sunday against the Bulls. Houston swimming had a winning weekend, however, as the Cougars won 3 relay events at the North Texas Relays. The Cougars led the relays with a team score of 386, winning the 300-yard backstroke, 400-yard medley, and the 1,500-yard freestyle relay events.
Now time for our weekly poll question, but first, as we do, we look back at the poll question from last week, which was, who is your MVP so far this football season? Victor said the entire front 7, and yes, Victor, you're right. The front 7 has been truly incredible, especially against the run, one of the best run defenses in the entire country. Now, though, we look forward into the football season. When I talked earlier about how big this month will be for conference games, we're asking you, what conference game are you most looking forward to? Navy, always a good competition. Memphis last year was a great game, and Tulsa, also a very high-scoring offense.
You know, I think I'd have to look forward to Tulsa, obviously, again, like you said, a high-scoring offense, and then, of course, the Navy game. That was a big game for us last year, so you know they're going to be gunning for us this year.
Always a tough place to go into play. As always, leave your answer in the comments section on Facebook and reply to this video on Twitter, and next week, your answer could be featured. For now, though, that does it for this week of Cougar Central. Remember to follow UH Athletics on both Facebook and Twitter, and tune in next week for more UH Athletics updates. As always, go Cougs!